Well, good morning. I hope you're doing well. I certainly am today because what you see here behind me is the 2025 Honda CBR600RR. And this weekend is going to be pretty special because Honda actually invited me to be a Paddock guest at the MotoGP here in Holland for this weekend. So yeah, in this video I'm going to take you along for a little road trip and I'm going to share with you my experience of being in the paddock at an actual MotoGP race. Pretty crazy and I'm very glad to have you along for this. So for now I'm going to get kitted up, meet up with my friend Lars because we're going to go together over there. Got about a 2-hour highway ride to get to the circuit and then yeah, we'll see what craziness we get up to. So let's hop on and go for a ride. Ja joh, light raffle. Alright, so we have arrived and in a second you're gonna see the insane campings they have over here. Thankfully me and Lars are staying in an Airbnb a little bit outside of the city. But yeah, if you want, they have some pretty big campings over here. I think there's two. There's one for, let's say, the normal people, and then there's another which is pretty much for drinking beer, blasting music, barbecuing, revving your bike, doing burnouts, all of that crazy stuff. So yeah, probably an interesting experience to have, but not something I'm interested in, to be honest. Not for me. So as you can see here, this is probably the quiet camping. And then you can imagine that on the Sunday when everyone leaves, there's like entire walls made out of beer cases over here. And this is probably the loud camping close to the track. Yeah, that looks a bit more party-ish. And another fun thing about Assen, the TT here, is that on a Saturday night, so the night before the race, the entire city of Assen gets turned into like a big festival where they have motorcycle-related activities in the city, but also just festival stages with artists on it. So it's always nice to head into the city on Saturday night and then have a beer or two and yeah, just enjoy the atmosphere. So Lars and me might do that as well, but we'll see. Because today's the Friday only practice. It's quite calm actually, but you'll see tomorrow and on Sunday that it gets pretty insane and pretty hectic over here. Like all of these stands are going to be filled with bikes. And you can see here, of course, because we are in Holland, a lot of people come by bicycle, which is also nice. Dank u wel.
Goeiedag.
Goeiedag. Ja, ze vinden het allemaal mooi ook.
Ja, super.
Ja.
Je ziet ook gewoon lopen.
Ja. Ja. Ja, en iedereen is ook vrolijk, want het is hartstikke leuk. Alright, so welcome to day 2. Yesterday was not too much exciting. Me and Lars sat in the box near the pit lane and watched the free practice of the Moto3, Moto2 and MotoGP of course. And then afterwards we went to our hotel, to our B&B. And now it's day 2. So we're on the way to the track back again. And today is when the really exciting stuff starts. because today is qualifying and after that is the sprint race. Marc Marquez is actually my favorite, as many people have these days, but yeah, he crashed twice yesterday. He was actually fine, but let's hope it doesn't affect his performance too much. Holy shit!
Alright, so this is where things got pretty hectic. I got a WhatsApp message from my contact at Honda, and he basically said, if you come run to the pits now, we'll be able to get you into to the pit box with the bikes. So this is what you're seeing right now. And yeah, it was only like a couple of minutes, but it was pretty insane to go into the pit boxes where you normally only see on TV, and then actually being next to the bikes and next to the mechanics, and yeah, just an awesome experience. Very brief and pretty hard to capture, but yeah, just want to say a huge thank you to Honda for giving me this opportunity.
Aan een draadje aan hoor. Laatste ronde van de sprintrace. VOV.
So that was the craziness in getting out of the parking lot in Assen during the TT, and tomorrow it's going to be even more crazy, even more chaotic. But I have to say, during these last few years, the people, the riders have gotten a lot more gentle. It used to be all burnouts and revving and crazy stuff, and now it's all, yeah, it's quite gentle. Alright, welcome to day 3, officially race day. Whoop! Woo! It's been so cool to ride the CBR600 over here though. It feels so appropriate and it just makes you feel special. And it's actually quite refined and easy to ride around the crazy stop and go traffic. So it does get a bit hot. Yesterday it was around 25 degrees. But because you're sitting in traffic so long, it does get hot and it does throw the heat on your leg. But of course it's a 600cc super sport, so you would expect that. But other than that, the clutch is very light and easy, the brakes are very intuitive, the throttle is very smooth, the engine is very pleasant and you can lug it around, but it still has a decent amount of torque. So yeah, I mean, is it the most comfortable thing? No, of course not. On the highway, of course, I also said my butt was a bit sore and you know, my legs were a bit cramped, but honestly, for what it is, for such a performance-focused machine, it's so surprisingly flexible and usable and just enjoyable. That being said, let's crack onto the circuit now and hopefully capture some of that TT Assen magic for you.
Now this is where I got a little bit of a chance to go into the paddock a little bit more and explore. And as you can see, some of the hospitalities are pretty insane. So these things you see on the right, those are the hospitalities. And they basically are just a couple of trucks and they get expanded out to what you see here. And yeah, it's pretty insane to see behind the scenes, yeah, setup these people have.
Ja, hallo.
Ik zou proberen je te spelen, maar...
And this is the start of the crazy way home. So you have a lot of people standing by the side of the road and on top of the bridges, as you can see here, and they want you to make some noise and to rev and do some crazy stuff. So this is pretty unique in Holland because most people don't like motorcycles. So it's nice to have one day in the year where people seem really appreciative and just enjoying themselves with the bike. So we were pretty tired after this, and that's also the reason why I'm doing this voiceover right now, because yeah, we were pretty beat. Alright, so it is swelteringly hot, as you can see. Lars and me, we got back on Sunday night. It's Tuesday morning now, like 30 degrees, it's insane. But I just wanted to give you a little debrief and a little outro, because by the end of the day I was so tired, because we were there the entire weekend. It was a little bit crazy, and I'm not used to capturing an event of this scale in such a manner. So I just wanted to give you some closing thoughts on the CBR600RR. So I rode this bike a couple of months ago and I really enjoyed it, even as a daily. When you're wearing a backpack of like 15-20 kilos all day, all the way on the highway through busy traffic for a couple of hours, of course you do start to notice the drawbacks of a supersport. So it does get a little bit hot. You do have a lot of weight on your wrists, especially that gets amplified because you're wearing such a heavy backpack. And yeah, the stop and go traffic, as you probably saw, is pretty crazy around the TT during that weekend. But still very cool to do it on the CBR600. I mean, the whole supersport vibe is still kind of alive over there. In case you don't know, I live near Amsterdam, and over here it's all adventure bikes and naked bikes and a little bit of retro, a little bit of cruiser. But if you go more up north towards Assen, it's a lot more, there's a lot more supersports. Like, you see a lot of CBR600s, CBR1000s, old Fireblades even. So yeah, that's definitely pretty cool. And yeah, I enjoyed the vibe. I hope you enjoyed this video as well, even though it might have been a little bit different than what you're used to from seeing me normally. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me today. I hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one.